have time to do my video on therapeutic breathing techniques. Okay, so basically this book is an excellent book that takes the concepts of Neidan, or internal elixir, which is it's a form of Qigong that balances Weidan. Weidan is the muscle and tendon changing Qigong that I did a video about just yesterday, I believe it was. However, without the balance of Weidan with Neidan, you get what's called Sangkong, which means energy stagnation. Now, this is true. What the problem is with a lot of Western exercises, and I deal with this in exercising for longevity versus exercising for athletic performance, we concentrate on the external in Western athletics. And what this does is it tears down the body, causing it to wear out. Whereas the Asian concept, and even the classical concepts, and many like classical Greek concepts and things, build up the body from the inside out. We don't do that anymore. We force the body to adapt to external stressors, which is good, but it needs to be supplemented with the strengthening through diet and through breathing techniques and things of this nature. And this actually is why I promote the Seventh-day Adventist lifestyle and the 8 laws of health, which help nurture the health of the entire being from a molecular level on up through 8 laws of health. However, this is about the therapeutic breathing techniques right here. So I read the book. I've owned this book for many years. Neidan, to me, for some reason, is not as boring as Weidan. A lot of the slow Tai Chi type movements of classical Qigong are very boring to me. But just sitting and meditating is actually not very hard. However, you have to circulate the Qi with the Yi. The Qi is the energy, the Yi is the mind. The Yi is what circulates the Qi, it's what directs the Qi to the extremities and the organs and things of that nature. However, you can have an issue by concentrating too much on internal practice and not enough on external practice, and that will weaken you. And that's what Bodhidharma discovered when he went to the Shaolin Temple. Now, the Shaolin Temple, they probably weren't practicing internal energy cultivation anyway, because they were Buddhists, not Taoists. Essentially, the external cultivation comes from Buddhism, from Bodhidharma, and the internal energy cultivation comes from Taoism. Either way, you need both. It's, again, there's yang and yin. Yang can be seen as the external, masculine, expansive, hot, aggressive, and yin can be seen as the internal, passive, inward-turning, feminine, dark, cold, wet. You know, these things, they're opposites, but they need each other to create existence as it is. When they're imbalanced, that's when you become ill. And that's just the concepts of these breathing techniques. I highly recommend the book. The book doesn't get into the esoteric stuff like I've discussed here. That's more so in more complex books. That's one of the reasons this is good. It's not esoteric. It is not an esoteric book. This is a book that is used to help people overcome illness and frailty, and people should practice these exercises. However, in a busy life, see, that's the problem, is if you read it, you have to dedicate at least an hour a day to these exercises. That's a lot of time for a lot of people, but you have to look at it this way. Are you watching television for an hour a day, things like that? And some people will find it boring, I'm sure, but the point is, this book should be read, and the exercises in this book should be practiced, even if it is only 10-15 minutes a day. You need to cultivate the internal energy for the health of the organs and things of that nature. And that's all for this video.